Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time. And leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
The moment Anthony Richardson's name was announced as the 4th pick in the 2023 draft, it changed the landscape and probably our viewing habits with the NFL. He is must-see viewing. Tremendous athlete, not a lot of experience, but the ceiling as high as it possibly can be.
Roll, roll, roll! Down!
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20, Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 73 yards. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Hey, check that.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Second down and 6 now.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Richardson going to move him around.
Riggs. Hey, smash Bronco. Check, Gtowncapp. Let go.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. In motion left goes a tight end. Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a fourth and goal.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer. Hurt.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Go, Riggs, go. Mustang 19. 19 tight. Trap 60.
Delay of game, offense.
Don't do us like that.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here that add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. They run it again with Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
That remember they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check smash, check smash.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Fights forward at the 20, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quad Williams. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA's Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Again, it's Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. How about this? Javonte Williams. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 63 yards. So it was 3rd and 1. The defense, they stacked the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box. It doesn't matter to them. block people, give your running back a chance, because it could pay off big as it just did there.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. 1st down after 1st down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Richardson going to change the play here. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 180 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Pierce in motion left. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now a stoppage. And looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now Richardson. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stopped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Got it. Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70.
Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
19 Lions. Dragon 60.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go, baby.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Yards that time on the punt, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. 14. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. To the sideline and incomplete. Something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gamble on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
McKenzie now to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Richardson's throw complete there to Perriman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. They'll check this one down to Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. Richardson looking to throw this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good 1st half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough if you're an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back must be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they defended a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So the Broncos coming out now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six. Another ball intercepted. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19, go street. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Richardson looking to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 50, trap 60. Hey,
they'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Richardson now on third and goal. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Drew Sanders, his second sack of the night.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
51-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Double count right here, double count. Left pass, left pass.
Now Wilson.
Actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams. And
Rashawn Perriman off to the races. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rashawn Perriman, 40 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
the party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Look at this, a tight end carry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Dragon 60. Check.
Richardson on 3rd and short. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Well, they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown! Tim Patrick, 43 yards. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw their charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, another run with Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 120 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Richardson to throw on play action. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
18 rattling, 18 rattling. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Panther 11, Panther 11. Rig alert, rig alert. 60 Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The busy night continues for Williams. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Come on. Hey, come 19. Come 19. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
That's caught out left by Perriman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Broncos are going to get the football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
One last shot for Wilson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it.
And his first pass is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here we go with Williams.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd down, Williams.
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
65 yards.
And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes and MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 16.
A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
2nd and 10.
Go Silver, ready?
In motion right is Watkins.
73. 73.
2nd down. Here's Jalen Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's get some low. Great, set. Get it. Try left, get it. Try left, get it. Hey.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. Down the sideline he goes. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Williams again. And Williams is in for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
63, like a Hornet.
In motion right, Watkins. Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Brown goes in motion left. They'll run for it with Penny. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Go Silver, ready? 73, 73. Alpha, alpha, alpha. Round up, Yanni. Delta.
Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Hey, easy, 63, bang. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll send Brown in motion right.
Hey, 73. Hey, Silver.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On 1st down, Hurts. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's his 1st catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Taken down by Nicole D. A 3-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
14.
They run it again with Williams. Able to push his way through. There he goes, left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50. Start.
Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away.
Devontae Smith now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
In motion right is Watkins.
73, 73.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
22 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
Hey, easy, 63, 63,
1st and 10
back.
at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Brown the motion man right. Second down, here's Hurts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
So we come upon half. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Go Silver, right?
He'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Easy, 63.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick from 21 yards away. And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They go play action with Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That's good for Eagles. First down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Frank Clark from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. Right side, it's Hurts, the tight end.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Watkins, 72 yards. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Hurts will throw. Steps away. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 104 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it? Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Johnson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and goal. Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And my goodness, another interception. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Russell Wilson sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 3rd and long, it's Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
But it brings up 4th down.
They run. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Hurts fumbles it. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Richardson going right to the air.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Seven Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 3.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They run with the All-Pro from a couple of years ago. Jonathan Taylor pushing his way through. Still on his feet. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 69 yards. And the Colts march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
So a big-time scamper there to cap a touchdown on the opening drive.
Sets a tone, establishes not what you'd call a dominance, but a really good feeling for the team that just scored. I've got to ask you, partner, what do the analytics say about that type of a run? Does it establish anything else for him?
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their 25-yard line.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Third and 3.
Again, it's Williams. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. He may go.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Fall for touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Half of the play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
The 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
They'll send Jeudy in motion left.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They run it again with Williams. Well, they hit remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go with Williams. Runs through the contact. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. Finds his big tight end, Mo Cox. And he will be out of bounds here. And will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get it. Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey, pass. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18, Pioneer. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
19 tight. Trap 50, trap 79 Broncos. Ready.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well, I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
Richardson looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hurt, hurt. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bearcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On third down, here's Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Colts getting another possession here on offense.
And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Perriman in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 13-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
No. Hey, check that.
Pierce in motion left. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll audible to something else.
Right there, hurt.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Here's Wilson.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 35 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy like you don't want to just play.
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching you do it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up. Okay. I was a champion.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
19 tight.
At the 49-yard line.
Trap 60. 79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
On first down, Richardson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So thanks to the late touch, a happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. For the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Double count right here. Double count.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The busy night continues for Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
They'll send Judy in motion left.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The kick by Maher is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready? 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers. No street.
Doolin, the man in motion.
70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
First and 10, it's Richardson.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's good for a Colts.
Cut 19, 5 here.
4-yard line.
Hey, man.
Doolin, the man in motion.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Richardson to the air on first down. He's going up top for Taylor, and that's going to be incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Go.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Perriman in motion right.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
60 back, go check, smash.
On third down, here's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a good play. An incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And for one of the first times all night, he's going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he was trying to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. To return is McKenzie. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the type of run we expect out of Taylor. We all remember his all-pro season in 2021, leading the league in yards and touchdowns. Not quite those heights in 2022 when he missed time with an injury, but in only 11 games, still reached nearly 900 yards. When he's healthy, tough to find a better runner in the league.
And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down. First and 10, Taylor now. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Here now, 3rd down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Doolin, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Frank Clark in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Let's go now. 65 cat, 65 cat. Check back, check back. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Come 19, come 19. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. Ready.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep. They'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50. Start.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they give him just 19 seconds left on the clock.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'd have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the 2nd half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time going over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night, everybody, from Indianapolis.
Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Russell Wilson. Of course, he won a Super Bowl on this very field back in 2014.
And it had to be especially sweet because no matter how much he plays it off with people like you and me, hearing all the time that a quarterback of his stature foot tall, could not win a Super Bowl, and he played a big role in getting that done. Has to be sweet to him.
Now we don't have to talk about small quarterbacks as much.
No, not nearly as much. They still have more to prove, but Russell Wilson's kind of the patron saint for them now.
A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And taken right on the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be. Someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Now the NFC's leading rusher season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former number 2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants' offense.
A first down carry for Barkley.
Down inside the 40. Second and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Timberland, 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 Timberland. Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. In motion, the tight end.
South salad, south salad, south.
In motion right, Campbell.
Bama, Bama, Bama. Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. Up, go.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him now complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. In motion, Slayton.
Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. Other side, other side.
Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In motion, Slayton. Barkley, inside handoff. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 40-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they can't bring him down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down, Denver.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton. 36 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Timberland. Cockroach. Timberland. Up.
Now Jones. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Now, we saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first. Difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now following the safety, they'll have the football with a chance to take the lead as they begin following the free kick with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Now Jones wants to change it up. They begin with a run by Barkley. He'll get this to about the 38. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 7.
Gold gutter, gold gutter, gold gutter. Bama, Bama, Bama. Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. Apple, 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 apple. Ladybug, 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 ladybug. Other side, other side.
Back to throw. Jones. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Okay, here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Don Capers, Don Capers, Don Capers, Don Capers. Great, 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 great. Rita. Detroit Johnson, Detroit Johnson. Timberlake Pacino. Timberland.
Looking to throw. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have the Giants' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. It's Barkley on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Timberland. Great. South salad.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit. Apple. Ladybug. Other side.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Rita. Detroit Johnson. Timberlake Pacino.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. Timberland, Timberland, Timberland. Great, 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 great. South salad, South. Bama, Bama, Bama.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, this is caught. Well, the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Detroit, Detroit, Detroit. Apple, 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 apple. Ladybug, 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 ladybug.
Back to throw. Jones, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Other side, other side.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for John. Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Half jumbo.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Dom Capers. Great. Rita. Detroit Johnson. Triple right, Patino.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1-yard gain brings us 2nd and 9 at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. There's Wilson to throw.
Open man, that's Patrick.
Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, 31 yards.
And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now out come the Giants.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Timberland. Great.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And quickly they get to the line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
DJ Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Why shift to Crude?
In motion, Slayton. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Rita. Troy Johnson, Detroit, triple right Pacino.
In motion right, Campbell. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17.
Timberland.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Great. South salad. Bama. Up, go.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 17 yards out. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes that it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Half 18.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Running left, it's Barkley. Down inside the 40.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Well, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Shepard goes in motion. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 21, here's second down and 7. In motion, Slayton.
Detroit.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. Third down. Throwing is Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play.
14.
First down, Broncos.
Got it. Reload. It's good.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
First down, Denver.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Again, Wilson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Half jumbo.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Smith to return it. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10.
Double count. Hey, alert.
Here's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late. and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here's second down.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Wilson to throw.
Able to get this to Patrick.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One last shot for Wilson. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams who met in Super